mo ti elevate. Orí mi kò lè hibernate.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Two Brothers on YouTube channel. How y'all doing today? I'm one brother.
And I'm the second brother.
Excellent. One day we'll get that right.
Yes, indeed.
Anyway, today we're going to be talking about the power of personal development on the journey. Many moons ago, I was encouraged to go on the path of personal development, reading books, primarily first reading books. I'm going to name a few right now that are, I believe, must read for everybody on earth. Okay. Magic of Thinking Big, Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Those three books are what I call the three cardinal books of personal development. Okay. Then you can read other books, Rich Dad Poor Dad is one that comes to mind. Let me see if Mr. Larry wants to add to that list.
Yes, I have a personal favorite of mine, which is The Richest Man in Babylon. That's a must add to the list, to the library. The Science of Getting Rich is a deep one as well. And yes, there's so many books.
So many books. And we were at the point where I was reading a book a month.
Yes.
Okay, I was encouraged.
We recommend that. If you're serious about your personal development.
Okay. And I'm talking about like 30 years ago,
This was before audiobooks.
It was before audiobooks. And I would recommend books in the sense that it creates. See, I don't have to read books per se now because I already have the discipline of reading books. There's a discipline that comes when you open up a book and you have to go back to it, and you understand what I'm saying? So that discipline is very important for anyone that's thinking of getting these books. Get them in book format. If you want to get them in audio, get them after you read the book format, so that the audio now becomes just a reminder rather than all you have. Now, I must admit, nowadays, I do listen to just audio by itself, but I have done this for 30 years, So, if you're just starting, I would recommend get the discipline of reading. How does that sound, Mr. Lay?
Yeah, I think you're right. Most people, you have to understand your own learning ability. Okay. Are you one that takes
learning
more
style?
Learning styles? That's the word I was looking for. Learning style. So are you one that takes more from a book? Are you one that takes more from audio? But from, like Mr. Phil said there, it's very important that you actually put yourself through the pain of sitting down, dedicating 30 minutes a day, minimum 30 minutes a day to a book. Because it's not even the words in the book, but what the words will trigger inside of you. That's where the actual power is. Because some people would be distracted by the book and said, "Oh yeah, I've read that." They'll be quick to say, "Yeah, I've read that. I've heard about it." But before you jump in straight into that, it's not about have you read the book. It's more about what changes has the book brought about inside you that you're now bringing out for the rest of the world.
What has the book made you think about? So it's not what you're reading per se. What you're reading is important. But what has the book made you think about that you've not thought about before? Because the truth that Mr. Lay is trying to say is that the real power you will get is from exercising the things that the book make you think about.
Yes.
That's where the real power is. That's what you can really activate or you can really employ in your real life day to day.
Yes.
Not what the book tells you, but what the book makes you think is where the power really lies. Because what the book makes you think about really comes through the filter of your style. It comes through the filter of the way you naturally are. It comes through. So that is now, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. How can I give you an example? Which example can I give? Oh, I've just put myself in a hole. Okay, because
No,
the hard one.
it's just like a style, right? So
Yeah,
it's like,
thinking of an example.
sometimes
Carry on.
the way you do something, let's say the way you sing, the way you rap, that's your, yeah, people rap. A lot of people rap, but the signature of their rap is their own style of rapping. Will Smith is different
Mm,
from a Tupac, for example. If you don't know
mm,
everybody should know who Will Smith is, right?
yeah,
So, but if you don't know who Tupac is another black rapper, American rapper, long dead. So, but there's a style that you find your own way.
thank you.
You bring your own style to this. I think
Excellent.
that's
And
what
I've
you were
got a
trying to
very
say.
good example. Yes, I've got a good example of what I mean. I read in books about, you know, um, some people doing things certain way, and they invite people. They probably do programs that markets a certain way and everything. And when I did mine different from them. I did not follow just what they said in the book, although the book gives you an outline. But when I did mine in the way I translated what they said, and I found that the most powerful ideas that happened in my life came from not really what they said, but what they said made me think of. And when I now brought that into, like, when I used to do workshops every week, Mr. Larry, you were there when we okay, Think and Grow Rich. It was talking about the mastermind group, and what happened when we started doing something similar. We started thinking beyond our own intellect. Now that didn't come from the book. We didn't read. We didn't read about um, operating beyond your intellect in the book. That came from us, but it was what the book triggered. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And we've had so many unique things like that we can't say that, oh, this is where I saw it from. But we can say, oh, that's what made me think about that. And that's why we're now doing this and this. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, definitely. Because
Okay.
is what, just to bring more clarity to what you just said there. Because if people haven't been through that, they might not understand it truly.
Okay. Okay.
Because when it comes to um, what the book triggers in you, the book will say some things to you which you think is a good idea, and then it will bring other ideas to you. And that other idea that it brings to you, you will be able to actually implement that idea yourself. So it's just like one of the failings that people found with Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is a very famous book, is, oh, it tells you, but it doesn't give you the actual steps you need to take. It just tells you you need to do property, but how do you actually implement it? I don't know. I don't understand how to do it. I don't know how to go about it. But if you were employing the skill of, okay, this is what I'm getting from the book, but what is it triggering inside me, and what can I bring? How can I utilize this in my daily walk? You know, and now people are doing their grind. Everybody is about their own personal mission. So these books will inspire you for the next day or the next challenge.
Definitely.
That fuel you need. Because when I was, being a professional, being an employee, that was my extra edge against all other employees, because I was getting fueled daily,
Every day. Hmm.
and I was refreshed because of it. And I used to come back to work charged, fully charged every day. And people were like, some will hate you, some will love you for it. But the leaders always recognize you and promote you because of it. You know, I've had in my careers in the companies I work for, there's so many people they've made them redundant in the company. But I've never been made redundant before. I've even asked for redundancy, which have been rejected. So, and this is because of the secrets of the information in these books, Mr. Phil.
Can you see me? Or have I come up?
Yeah, you're back now. Yes.
Okay, okay. Sorry about that. It was just some notifications came through, and I wasn't sure it was gonna disturb, but it did disturb. So sorry about that, everybody. Carry on, Mr. Lee.
So, I think that was it. Just to say that, you know, being able to implement the ideas I got from reading those books helped me in my working life and my career.
And one of the things why we're actually even saying this for now is because you see, um, I come from Africa, obviously, and I see the state of education in Africa as it is now. And I know the devastating impact that has on the youth in Africa right now. And it's not a good picture. What I'm trying to say that is very important is that personal development can do a lot in repairing the gap, the deficiency. Because when I left Africa in 1990. Still at that stage, you could go to secondary school in Nigeria and come out and you can be very good. Your literacy, your comprehension, your arithmetics, all of that will be top class. Granted, by the time I left Africa, it was the bad elements were starting to be shown. So for the first time, we started seeing people cheat on exams. For the first time, we started seeing people buying exam papers. For the first time, it was very new. Before then, it was unheard of. Now, let me quickly say again, yes, I'm talking about Africa, but again, this message is not only for Africa, it's for the world, okay? But obviously we come from Africa and sometimes we will speak specifically to where we come from, okay? But personal development, we just take it from us that it will help you regardless wherever you are in life. And like I said in the last video, it was a white brother that basically started us on this journey. Now,
Yes.
if I quantify how much that is worth to me today, honestly, I'll be willing to pay billions for it. It's my life. It's priceless. Okay. Okay. So back to Africa. So Africa is behind right now, whether we like it or not. I go to Nigeria and I speak to people and I see how bad their grammar is. I see how bad the literacy is. I see it is all horrendous. However, personal development can be that Hail Mary pass that saves Africa. And dare I say, I actually would humbly, while boldly saying that personal development is what is actually missing in our education in Africa that has made us unable to be a manufacturing continent. We have all the PhDs, the all subject known to man. We have proven that we can go to any organization, be it even as high as NASA, be it even as high as MIT, and we can be as good academically as anyone in the world. I submit that we've not been able to show any of that potential in Africa while on Africa. You know why? Because the structure, once the structure is there in NASA, we can excel. Once the structure is there in MIT, we can excel. Once the structure is there in Harvard, we can excel. Okay, in Africa, we can't excel because the structure is not there. Okay, what builds structure? Personal development. What builds structure? Personal development. Structure is This is going to be here because we want it to be here, and we are willing to pay the price for it to be here. That is structure. Mr. Lay,
Yes, that is very powerful, because this is not like a racial thing, or
No,
Africa is black, is backwards because they're black.
absolutely not.
It's isn't it interesting? When was the last time you saw those adverts we used to see when we were teenagers, where they used to show people in Kenya with flies all around them, begging, save this child.
For food,
You don't see
yeah.
them. You don't see them anymore, do you?
Well, I think it's because we're on the internet more now.
Okay, maybe that's why.
Terrestrial TV
I'm
probably
able to
slower.
limit. I'm able to limit what kind of things I'm able to say. Yeah, I think you might be right. But
Yeah.
just going back, I digress. Just going back to the point of personal development. What you said there that was very powerful is that personal development is what builds and sustains the structures. And those structures, we're not even talking about governmental structures here. We're talking about where the people of the country can actually build their countries themselves, not waiting for the government like a big brother to do absolutely everything for them, including create employment. You know, and there's no, I mean, when we look at the history of America, of the great countries of this world, it wasn't built by the government. It was built by
Never.
individuals,
Yes.
that decided, okay, I will focus on railway. I will
Yeah.
focus on giving you light.
I'll
I
focus
will focus
on.
on telephones coming through. I will focus on this. I will focus, I will dedicate my life. If not even, I'll
Do you know
focus.
the? Do you know?
I will
Do you know the
dedicate my
biggest?
life.
Do you know the biggest one? The dedication. Imagine the ones that said, "I'm gonna build the sewage."
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine that we're
Yes.
using in the UK right now.
Yes. Yes.
I give them the biggest props. Thank you, bros. Imagine. Imagine
they're gonna build a whole sewage system for the
sewage
city.
system for the
You know.
city.
So all these challenges that we think are problems, all
There are
they are,
opportunities.
they're opportunities for our growth. So back to you, Mr. Phil.
Well, I'm just enjoying you going. Well, I'll take it back from you, but I was enjoying what you were saying.
Because it's very, very important. So when you think, oh, where is the help going to come from? Who's going to come and do it?
We're talking about people in Africa now, saying where's the help gonna come from? Please,
waiting for somebody to come and sort this out, somebody to come and fix this, somebody to come and remove this. The whole world is looking at you. You need to do it.
Okay.
Oh, I can't do it. Why not? Because you don't have personal development.
And how? So when we're talking about personal development, let's be clear. We're not talking about and when we say read books, we're not saying read just physics books. That is professional development.
Yes.
We're not talking about that. Do that. But on top of that, you need personal development, which is really life skills.
Yes.
You need to develop that. So when Mr. Leia is saying, you look at the problems around you and you think, I can't do nothing. That is where the books come in. Because as you're reading the books to inspire you while you've got the problems at the back of your mind. Which problem am I able to solve here? This book, I'm going to read Think and Grow Rich, and have an open mind, because the answers will now start coming to you. Guess what you're doing? You're fine-tuning your mind like a radio to tune in to the frequency of solutions. Now, do I have to do it every day? Yes, you do. Just like brushing your teeth.
Yep.
You have to brush your teeth every day, Mr. Leye.
Yes. Just like taking a bath every day,
Hey,
you know, just like, going to, training. If you want to be a footballer, you have to train every day. You don't get to take weeks off, from training and expect to be as good as everybody else. Because what you were talking, Mr. Fee, what came to mind was the Wright brothers when they were
mm,
trying to solve the problem of flight.
planes that we used to today.
And there was a lot of people that came against them. That if man was meant to fly, God
Giving them wings.
would have had wings. So nobody could even imagine how he was going to solve it, how this was going to be solved. But they dedicated their life to solve it. Now we can't even imagine a world without flight. So the same way things can be done. All it takes is your imagination, expanding your mind to be able to see the possibilities of a world with that solution in place.
And you see, some people will say, "Oh, it's easy for you guys. You're in London. You're in London. If I was in London as well, I'll say the same thing. But you don't know how bad it is here. You don't know." Okay, I went to Nigeria in 2003. And with this same attitude, I said, let's have a seminar. And everybody looked at me like, semi what? I said, let's have a seminar, a local seminar. They went, huh? I'm like, yeah. They said, where? I said, here. They said, here? What are you talking about? Here? This guy doesn't even know anything. But God, these things that happen in London, they work in London, they don't work here. I said, okay. I said, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start inviting people on the streets. They looked at me like, huh? Okay, so I had to show them. Walked up to the first person. Next Sunday, we're going to be having a seminar over there. Make sure you show up, blah, 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 blah. They saw me do it. Okay, so they too started talking to some people. Okay. Mr. Leyer, you would not be surprised we had the seminar.
Oh, yeah.
But before the seminar, everybody was like, okay, so we overcame the objection of talking to people. We started inviting companies, we started inviting everybody, young, old, whatever. In the UK, I'm used to whiteboards. I'm used to marker. In Nigeria, no marker, no whiteboard. What do you do? I looked around. Seminar has to go on and we have to write something. So I said, okay, we're in Nigeria, we're in Africa, we don't have money, okay. We have to write something. All right, what did we use before? Blackboard and chalk.
Yes.
Blackboard and chalk. Okay, we don't have whiteboard. Let's try and see where we can get a blackboard. We searched everywhere, we couldn't find a blackboard. I'm like, okay, the show must go on though. Close to the day, Mr. Leyer, I saw a door thrown on the hip. Yeah? I went, that will do. I got the door, washed it. That was gonna be my whiteboard. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. We couldn't find chalk. Guess what? I look for charcoal. Charcoal that they use something, get some. We got some. Layer. We had a seminar. We wrote, people saw everything. Okay. I use that as an example to tell you guys that even when we come to Africa, we have to think on our feet for solutions. We can't say, oh, no whiteboard. We can't do what we want to do. What do you think of that story, Mr. Leyer?
Fantastic story. Fantastic story. And it reminds me of, how the the British took over the world in terms of you go there and use the local resources to accomplish what you need to do. You don't have to bring them all the way from England. You know, you use the local resources.
So what we're talking about is ingenuity.
Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you're in Africa right now, you're in the place of amazing opportunity. What does that mean? It means that the place that has the most need, the most things to be fixed, is the place that has the most opportunity for progress.
That's right.
In the world.
That's right.
And that's what the books will help you start identifying. The books will start helping you identify that you are in the best place for solving problems. Over to you, Mr. Leye.
You're in the best place for your millions, for your billions. You're right there. You're blessed to be born in a continent like that. So you have to be thankful for it. You have to embrace it. And you have to know that this is all for you to use as your stepping block to your success. Because success is not a destination. Every time I talk to people, I remind them success is not a destination. It's a journey. You know, and it's not even reaching the journey that you've made it, is what it makes of you, what that journey makes of you. Like Mr. Phil giving you examples there is because it's been walked through that journey. He understands it. So let me leave it there, Mr. Phil.
Yes. All we want to make sure in this video is to basically just encourage you to look at the power of personal development. I would even rank it higher than degrees. Next time we'll tell you our story on why we would even rank it higher than degrees. Okay, we've given you a hint that we have all the degrees in Africa, but we cannot produce anything. Okay, now that is showing a deficiency somewhere, and I humbly and boldly tell you guys that what is missing is personal development. We will expand on that in other videos as we go on. For now, this is Mr. Phil saying goodbye for now. Over to you, Mr. Leye.
Mr. Leye saying good night as well, and see you next time.
God bless.
Bye.